Yeah, we're not putting the thing up.
Steady. Here we go.
Will RFK Jr. join Team Trump in defeating the giant squid monster? Find out on today's episode of the Internet Dad Show.
Oh my God.
I'm excited.
Well, we waited extra minutes to get that gag right, and then somebody messed it up.
Brush your teeth. Don't be lying.
I did brush my teeth. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Internet Dad Show. I'm JJ. That's Deacon. We are your Internet Dads. We meet here Monday through Friday to drink coffee and have giggles and yucks and laughs, and just wonder at how in the world is getting to this point. No idea. Deke doesn't like that. You don't like that?
No,
don't like
I think I like the way we always started. I don't like the way we've been starting this.
Frozen. But it's 30 seconds of the screen. Okay. Well, anyway, I'll change it again. Good morning, folks. Deke, how are you?
I'm excellent.
Is
Yesterday
it
morning,
baseball season or something?
Yeah, kind of. Yesterday morning, before we went on the air, before I went on the air to read my news, I got word that one of our outside cats that we've had for like 7 years got hit by a car. And I can't believe he freaking got hit. He's the most freaking, he's like a rock. I mean, he's a piece of concrete. He survives anything. So yeah, I went and had to take care of that yesterday, and I'm going to dig a hole today and put him in it. He was my buddy for like 7 years. It sucks being an adult pet owner because it sucks. So
pets are great, and every once in a while you have to deal with something you really don't want to deal with.
Yeah. And I use this to I've told the kids this, and I try to keep this in mind. We're told in the Bible that we're stewards of this earth, right? And a steward was the guy in the castle that the king was like, yo, I can't take care of everything. Take care of the castle, please. All right. Treat it like it's yours. Take care of the castle. I can't take care of everything. I got other stuff to worry about. So the steward took care of the castle like it was his own. That's what we are. All right. We live longer than these animals. It sucks. That's what we're here for. Yeah. We live longer than them. It sucks. It's just a part of life, man. So,
I'm sorry that you
asked me how my yesterday was, and I'm like, I had a great day yesterday. I didn't have a good day yesterday. It was kind of sucky, man. So it's all right.
Well, here's to your cat. Good morning, good cheers, and so many years.
His name was Colt. His name was Colt. And he was a gray cat. Hang on, I got a picture of him right here. He's a Russian blue. I've got the clock over his face. He was a Russian blue. So he was in the sun. He was so gray that when the sun hit him just right, he had a shimmer of blue. He would look blue, across his tail and across his back.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's cool.
Sorry about that.
He's my buddy. That's all right. I was glad I had 7 years with him.
Sorry about that.
No, I was glad I had 7 years with him. That's awesome. I got 7 years with him.
How many cats do you have now?
There's 2 outside and some babies outside that Mama brought up. So, and Mr. Moon it was Mr. Moon and Colt. They were my oldest ones, and Mr. Moon's 7 or 8 too. He's been with me since he was a kitten. So, I'm the cat whisperer.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not a cat person. You're a cat person. You think that's the difference?
I never was a cat person.
You never were?
No, not as a kid. It wasn't until I was in my middle 20s.
Wow. All right. So let's start with the news, folks. Let's look at this. It turns out that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is perhaps considering joining forces with Donald Trump. Last week we heard this story floating around that he had called the Kamala Harris campaign and was like, "Hey, maybe we could, maybe I could endorse you, and if you guys could guarantee me a spot in the cabinet or something like that." And apparently, the Kamala Harris camp wouldn't return his call and completely ignored him. And here it is, a week later, and RFK is like, maybe I could drop out of the race and endorse Trump. And I think Donald Trump's like, yeah, and you can have a cabinet position. We won't put you in charge of like the crazy stuff that, the really crazy stuff you want to do, but the things that you wanted. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. knows that the CIA killed his dad. He knows that the deep state exists. And Donald Trump and MAGA know that the deep state exists. There's a certain intersection of compatible ideas there where RFK Jr. could potentially have, get something done for Trump in his administration. So, according to a number of media sources, I don't know what's going on with Deke over there.
I feel like
your camera's all blurry.
I feel like the Brady Bunch. My camera looks fine.
Looks fine to me.
I think it's your website.
But no. I look fine, and Dave looks fine, but you look blurry. Oh, now you're cleared
I always look fine.
One for Dave.
Sorry, I got my my monthly ministerial meeting this morning, and so I've been trying to get stuff set up. I'm still grabbing.
Is today Wednesday?
It is.
Yes,
Wednesday,
early.
so we gotta be okay.
So we better chalk it up there, Fred.
Get through this stuff. Here we go. Robert F. Kennedy is weighing his options to drop his presidential bid and join forces with Team Trump. The vice presidential candidate, Nicole Shanahan, said that independents and she and Kennedy ran the risk of drawing support from would-be Trump voters and clearing the way for Democrats, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to win in November. Or, she says, we can walk away right now and join forces with Donald Trump. She told the LA media company Impact Theory, and while they would make that decision, she hasn't said when they're going to make that decision. Trump told CNN on Tuesday that he would certainly be open to Kennedy playing a role in his administration if the independent candidate drops out and endorses him. I like him, and I respect him. He's a brilliant guy. He's very smart. I've known him for a long time. I can't do Trump. I didn't know he was thinking about getting out, but if he is thinking about getting out, I'd certainly be open to it. So we could have the bear killer himself, the worm brain, join the Trump train. Come on, my computer's not going to follow Deke's cat. Brian, you're supposed to be on my team, sir. All right. Is that exciting news to anybody? I think it's exciting. I honestly like Robert F. Kennedy. I think he's a little kooky on some stuff, but
who isn't?
On the other hand,
yeah, who isn't?
Who isn't? Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, he had me at the dead bear in Central Park break. I was like, oh, this guy's a romantic. You take a dead baby bear. Staging a bicycle accident in New York City. That's hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
Funny.
That is pretty funny.
All right. So
I am unaware of said bear prank.
You don't know about that?
They hit the bear with the car and they took it to Central Park and put it on a bike path and made it look like
you don't know about that.
They accidentally killed a bear. They ran over a bear.
It was an accident.
It was an accident. So they took the bear.
Yeah.
And
he's an environmentalist, right? You never waste. You never waste. Oh no, the bear died. What are we gonna do? We can't just throw it in the woods. We got to do something useful with it. So a joke is pretty useful.
So they took it to Central Park and put it on a bike path and made it look like the bear was killed.
Hold on, for real, you haven't seen this? Hang on,
really
Dave.
Legit.
We have this show every morning, Dave.
Yeah.
Bear. Hang on. Let's see.
How long ago was this?
Go.
Years.
10 years ago.
Time ago.
Okay.
However, the news story broke about like a week ago.
Yeah, the news story just
it
happened a
Hang
long
on.
time.
Let's see if I can find the photo. There's a photo of. Yeah, I can't find the photo.
It's okay.
All
You're killing time.
Yeah,
you don't have to.
I am. I really am. All right, moving on. Let's see.
Did you see the Trump story about that? It's going to be all over the media, and it's already is, but it's going to blow up, and it's just people are. This is a prime example of the media latching on to what he said and not understanding the meaning behind his words. But the Medal of Honor stuff that Trump said, Are you hearing about that?
I hear. I think he said that the like there's a civilian honor or something like that. I didn't see it. Do you have the story?
He was basically talking about the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Medal of Honor. All right, and they had presented this woman the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and you know how Trump talks. You know, it's a beautiful day. It was about a beautiful day, and he just goes on. And he was saying, he said, the Presidential Medal of Freedom was actually, he didn't say better. I think he did say better than the Medal of Honor, but the way that he was in his brain, what he was basically saying was, it's better to get the Presidential Medal of Freedom because most of the people that get the Medal of Honor have to go through either extreme pain or death.
Right.
And that's what he was alluding to. His just, you know how Trump talks. He didn't say it the correct way. And the media has jumped all over it and twisted it to where he dogged the Medal of Honor. He dogged the Medal of Honor. That's not what he was saying about the Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
He said,
like if you're going to get one,
hey, it's better. Yeah, that's what he was saying. Hey, the Medal of Freedom, it's better than the Medal of Honor because, you know, you don't have to go through pain and death. And then he had to go and explain. He was like, most of the people I've given the Medal of Honor to have been posthumously. You know, it's been after death.
Yeah.
So I think
I see LA Times running with Trump cheapened Medal of Honor. Okay.
And when I saw that this morning, I actually heard the clip of what Trump said, I was like, man, use common sense. We all know how he talks, you know.
Right.
He did not mean it that way. I didn't even take it that way. Could he have picked better words? Absolutely. He could have picked better words, but Donald Trump does not have a history of picking the correct words.
I want to see the actual quote of what he said. So
I heard it driving in this morning when I got here. I
heard about this. I mean, I saw a headline about this a day or two ago, and I was like, I know how this goes. This is like it doesn't mean whatever they think it.
Yeah, they played the
let me ask Brock
this morning.
What's up with Trump and the Medal of Freedom?
Dave. Look at JJ, Dave. Every single day, he is going to Grok on this show asking a question.
Grok's honest.
He thinks Grok's honest. Isn't that hilarious?
So one of my Reddit feeds
Less of a liar.
Looking at it's about the Dresden Files books, which I've talked about before. It said, give me the plot line for Dresden File Book 5. And it started off talking about Harry Dresden, and it ended up giving the plot line for Harry Potter and Order of the Phoenix, whatever book 5 was.
You got confused. Who hasn't confused Harry Dresden with Harry Potter? My wife did not like that.
All right.
Harry Dresden would destroy Harry Potter.
What else?
Yeah, all right. I want to talk about this. Do you know what unrealized capital gains are? Because Kamala Harris has said that one of the ways, she's talked about doing fixing prices on groceries so that our groceries won't go up anymore. And in order to acquire additional federal revenue, she wants to tax unrealized gains from investments in the stock market. Do you guys, I don't know if you guys invest in the stock market at all, or perhaps know what unrealized gains are. A little, okay. So realized gains are this: you buy an investment or something, and then that investment goes up on the ticker, and then you sell, and you've made a profit, right? That's realized gains, and that realized gains, you have to pay taxes on that. What Kamala Harris's plan is well, when you invest in something and the value goes up, you pay taxes on that unrealized gains, and then later when you sell it, you probably pay taxes again.
Ooh, question.
My wife. My wife's looking at me like I'm stupid.
I got a question.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Will the government pay unrealized losses?
That is a great question. No, of course not.
I saw somebody's receipt the other day. This is floating around the
This
internet.
goes one way, bro.
Their bill was like $12.97, and then it had the spot for a tip, and they wrote on their tip negative $12.97. Like, can you do that?
Whoa! Can you
like,
do that?
What? So unrealized tipping, get your meal free. I'm not giving you financial advice, by the way. Not.
I saw a gross tipping post yesterday too. Like, anyway, I mean, back to this.
Yeah.
Everything's choppy. It's got to be me, I'm sure.
It is.
All right. So unrealized capital gains. If you bought 100 Zoom stocks of Zoom in 2020.
What? Hello?
Yeah.
Did everybody freeze? What's going on?
No. I'm watching JJ like his like level. He's getting hot. There's smoke.
I was listening to him read. He's behind my camera.
No.
I was listening to him read something, and then he just stopped.
Yeah, something is chopped up here.
Oh, he sounded good to me.
Yeah, because I'm getting all. It's not you guys' fault. Everything's stopping. Everything's choppy. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, he's just having some internet issues.
I don't even have any. I mean, okay, so if you bought 100 stocks, 100 shares of Zoom at the end, and at $75 in 2020, at the end of this year at $350, but you didn't sell, you have an unrealized gain of $27,500, right? So you'd have to pay, under Kamala's plan, you would have to pay taxes on that money that you have not made. But if you didn't sell and then the price crashed, you don't get the profit. So this is what the Democrats want to do. Do you know what this would do to the stock market?
Isn't this how Musk bought Twitter? Didn't he use
No, he actually paid a premium above what Twitter was worth, and then they crashed the value of it.
Unsold stock to show that he had the money for it.
You borrow against your own. Yeah, he borrowed against his assets.
Okay,
and he had investments from other people. So what would happen is if you started taxing this before people got to get their money, then people would stop buying, putting money in the stock market. Exactly. Which means that companies would have less capital to make new products and technology, and basically this is another economy killer. Kamala's plan is an economy killer. All right.
Looking at my unrealized gains right now.
Yeah.
My best one is
definitely have some unrealized losses.
I have $2.23 of unrealized gains in Doge.
I'm going to let you guys talk about Kentucky here for a minute. Let's start with probably arguably the most significant Kentuckian of our era.
If you say Andy and other than anything other than my real last name, I'm going to come to Texas,
you guys,
knock on your door, and when you answer it, I'm just going to slap you across the face, and I'm gonna get back in the Uber, go to them, and come back to Kentucky. That's it. I'm just gonna slap you across the face.
It's not my fault. You guys collectively, Kentuckians, have elected Andy Beshear. So
now I'm going to go to Central Kentucky and pick up Dave, and then we are both going to come and slap you across the face.
I'll be in Texas in just like a few days. So
can you do an extra hit for me, please?
He's trying to make himself the victim. Beshear defends his comment, quote, "Make him go through this abortion" comment. Governor Andy Beshear said Tuesday on MSNBC that JD Vance is trying to make himself the victim by responding to his rape comments. YouTube, I'm reading the news. Please don't shut our channel down again. JD Vance, quote, according to Beshear, JD Vance calls pregnancy resulting from rape inconvenient. Inconvenience is traffic. Make him go through this. So here, I guess, how long is this?
Once again, let me just point out before you read all this. Once again, keep in mind that this is a Democrat who is desperately trying, that has been riding the coattails of other Democrats his entire life since he was born. He's been riding coattails, and now he is so desperately trying to keep this national attention that he got by being recommended maybe as a vice presidential pick. All right. He is so desperately trying to do this that he's taken one word, one phrase, and put it out of context like they do, and tries to make a talking point about it. This is what we do in the media. I find some little something and I try to write 3 paragraphs about it. That's why you run across so many articles now that says, according to a Reddit user, they read a Reddit article.
And anybody can write a Reddit article.
My son the other night was saying there's a podcast called "Am I the Asshole?" I think it's called "Am I the Butthole?"
AMA.
or something like that. AMA. And I was like,
AMI.
that's a Reddit. They're literally going.
I mean,
to
think
Reddit.
about
Ask me anything is AMA, but yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
They're
I'm
literally
thinking
going to Reddit, finding the interesting stories on Reddit, and using it as podcast material. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's desperately trying to keep his national media attention.
He wants to maintain a high profile. He wants
trying to
job
make
in the
a
cabinet, probably,
so that he can get a job in Washington.
Yeah, right.
It's so blatantly obvious.
So the Democrats have brought an abortion bus to the DNC so that they can hand out abortions. This is their
vasectomies.
This is their big deal. Sure. Yeah.
I was thinking about this. All right. I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
If these Democratic males at the DNC want to voluntarily get their balls cut off so that they can never reproduce and never infest the world with their seed, I'm completely fine with it.
I'm not telling them not to.
Yeah, I'm completely fine with the free vasectomy.
I'm just saying that's what they want to do.
Get them
they
cut
want
off,
to
buddy.
Self-sterilize their
I got 5 kids. I got 5 kids. I got mine lasered off. That's why I talk so high sometimes. This is my real voice.
All right.
Put this voice.
Okay. This is 16 seconds. This is your governor.
What some people have had to go through because of these laws. I mean, J.D. Vance calls pregnancy resulting from rape inconvenient. Like, inconvenience is traffic. I mean, it is. Make him go through this. I mean, think about.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear wishes for a member of J.D. Vance's family to become pregnant due to rape. Wow.
And that's another one. You see how it goes. J.D. Vance is like, man, getting raped and blah, blah, blah. It's an inconvenience. Once again, not perhaps the correct term to use. Right?
I think they're both being taken out of context.
So they take this one out of context, and then they take the other out of context. And then we're all sitting back watching, really not paying attention to what really needs to be paid attention to.
As someone who's actually worked with women who have been raped and had kids and had abortions, it is a incredibly complicated decision on what you do. There was a girl in college that we went to.
Right.
She was our age. She was raped before she came to college, and she ended up keeping the child. And everything, she doesn't know anything about the dad whatsoever. But man, good kid, good mom. And I've known others who have chosen abortion. And while I am against abortion, I'm not going to fault them for this. I would fault me for it, because this is how sin works. I need to work on myself.
It's a tough decision. The thing is, the Democrats are running on the whole point of this is that Democrats are running on lies. They're saying like, oh, Republicans want a nationwide ban.
No,
nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that.
I think
nobody's saying that.
The current status is Republicans want a state-to-state decision. That's the current. I know several Republicans
what we've been
want just
saying
a ban
for years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sure, some people do, of course, and
I
on the
wouldn't
other
mind that,
side,
but
some people want like
that'll be taken out of
total
context.
abortion everywhere.
Right. So my mom was told to abort
but
me.
the platform, the party, the group, the Republic, not running on a national ban.
Right. Right. My mom had to get a second opinion, and the doc
Right.
said no, everything should be. I mean, it could be, but go ahead. So I'm very thankful that mom decided
Yeah.
not to.
Me too.
Thanks, sir.
I am also glad of that. I like being here.
Jerk. I mean,
Hey,
yeah, thanks.
At least, look, you got to give Andy Bashir credit for something here. Check this out. The University of Kentucky is to disband the diversity office after GOP lawmakers pushed anti-DEI legislation. And I guess Andy had to sign that.
You can't give him credit because it's GOP
Why not?
lawmakers.
Yeah, but he signed it, right?
He would have had to sign
signed
it. Law.
So,
You had to sign it.
this is the reason I posted this in here. I wanted to point out some stuff in this. This comes from AP News. Let me open it up here on my side so I can read it over here.
Sure,
I wanted to point out some stuff as a 30-year media person that reads news every single day, has written news almost every single day. All right. So, title. University of Kentucky to disband diversity office after GOP lawmakers pushed anti-DEI legislation. So you have GOP lawmakers and anti-DEI legislation. Okay. University of Kentucky will disband its office promoting diversity and inclusion. Its office promoting diversity and inclusion efforts in response to questions from policymakers that its focus on identity has stifled political discussions. The action on Lexington campus comes after state lawmakers debated whether to limit diversity, equity, and inclusion practices at public universities. So basically, they're still having this big discussion, and this college is like, we created an office. And they're saying, you can't do that. No one lost their job. Nothing happened. The office was dissolved. They're still going to do the diversity, the inclusion, the equity. It says this in this article. If you continue reading this long article, look how long that article is, man. Look how long it is. If you read the whole thing, that's what it says. It even says down here, right here, in the school's preemptive action units housed in the shuttered office for the blah, 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 blah. UK president said in a campus-wide email, the restructuring won't result in job losses. They're just moving the people around. They're getting rid of that office that focuses on this.
Yeah.
An office that focused on this only. No, we're not doing that. Y'all go do these other jobs. We got some garbage cans that need cleaned up. Y'all go do that.
So this happened in Texas too. We passed and you're not going to get state funding for DEI or whatever. So they keep the job and they change the name, but they still bring in seminars from California talking about inclusion and diversity and da 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 da.
Yeah.
So
nothing changes except they don't have an office now.
Yeah.
And now that that's happened, the AP types up a huge long article that you can pick anything from and make your own little story because it's the AP and that's what I can do.
Right. So one thing that should be telling is it's just one university. If it was a state law, it would be all the universities in Kentucky.
Right.
Well, how many get? I guess probably you get plenty that get funding from the school or from the state.
Yeah.
So
I would say the major state universities, U of L, UK.
I'm gonna shift gears here, guys. Goodbye, AP News. I have some very bad news for you guys. I'm sorry to break this to you, and I hope this does not ruin your day because as I want you to have the best day possible. That's why we do the show every day. Unfortunately, sometimes we hit some road bumps in life, and we hit some some bad news, and you just got to learn how to weather that as a grown man. Okay, so here we go. Jennifer Lopez files for divorce from Ben Affleck after 2 years of marriage.
What? Are you kidding me?
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to tell you this. I didn't want to tell you this, but I can't ignore the facts. I cannot ignore the facts. After a relationship that has spanned for 2 decades, 2 engagements, 2 weddings, and headlines too numerous to count, Jennifer Lopez has filed for divorce from Ben Mr. Affleck. Mr. is his middle name, according to the Washington Times. The filing Tuesday in the LA Superior Court brought into an apparent end to this celebrity coupling, or at least the second installment of it, that dazzled from the very heights of pop culture firmament and emblazoned countless tabloid covers. It became known even after such powerful couple poured Manitus. I don't even know.
Let me help you with that word.
As Bennifer.
Who cares? It's how you pronounce that word. Who cares?
Oh, Ben. All right. What? Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner, or Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez? Which is the true Bennifer?
I don't care.
I don't care. I really don't. I mean,
This is
I don't
Ben
have
Affleck.
first.
I want to work on my marriage. A good marriage. I want to make sure my marriage continues on.
Wait.
So,
but it's Batman. Hey,
I
he's
used
from
to
Clerks.
Batman.
I used to look at those
Clerks too.
people and hold them in a little higher standard for some reason. For some reason, I did that. I just don't anymore.
Yeah.
I don't care. These people are the lowest. They're the lowest of the low to me.
Wow.
I don't care about these people.
We're also the highest paid of the highest paid.
I don't care.
Yeah.
The lowest
well,
of the low, highest paid of the
Rich
highest
does
paid.
not,
I'm sorry.
rich does not mean having a lot of money.
I'm sorry that you don't care. I care very much about Ben Affleck.
Well, I care about
You
your.
care about Ben Affleck. I want
I
Ben
care
Affleck
about
to be
you.
okay. I want Jennifer Lopez to be okay, but I don't.
I don't care about Jennifer Lopez.
Jesus Christ.
I don't care about her. But I do care about Ben Affleck because, he's been in stuff that I like. And I don't want to think that he's alcoholic dickhead.
Tom Hanks has been in stuff that I like, but I think he's a piece of crap.
Okay, fair. That's fair. Think about the
I
children.
can play this game, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make no comment.
They don't have any children. Never mind. Whatever. Think about all the alimony. Let me ask you this.
Wait a minute.
Dave, would you know?
Think about the children, and think about all the children that's not going to be by Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck.
Well, if you, I don't know how this works. Dave, maybe you know. Deke, maybe you know. If you get married and then divorced, and then marry someone else and divorced, and then marry that first person again and divorce, how many alimony payments do you have to make in California?
Ooh.
Does J-Lo get to double up?
Man, there's a really funny joke there somewhere. I just can't quite grasp what's going on, but there's something there
I'm
that's
not
hilarious. I just can't find it yet. Give me a day and let me come back with a joke on that tomorrow. Yeah. All
right. Here's some other bad news. If you like jokes,
I don't trust you, the boy that cried wolf, with your bad news.
Todd Phillips is seemingly confirms that Joker 3 will not be happening. I think that we have said what we wanted to say in this world. So Joker 2 is coming out soon, but that's probably going to be it. Todd Phillips tells all on making Joker 2.
That's just an insult to me. That's an insult to me personally. I think we've said what we wanted to say in this world. Hey, asshole, some people didn't want you to say it at all. One of the most intriguing things about the Joker was nobody knew his backstory. The same thing with Wolverine.
Yeah, but they blew that on.
Nobody knew his backstory. That was the most intriguing thing. I have never watched these movies.
I loved the first Joker movie. It was insane. It was basically Taxi Driver, but
I've never seen it. I don't want to see it.
It was good. It was. I hate to say the term dark, but it was very. sad and real.
You also didn't watch the Batman.
He-
Deke.
I did too.
The Batman
Oh,
with what's his name?
Robert Pattinson.
I just hadn't got around
Yeah,
to
Robert
it.
Pattinson.
So I'm
It's not
pretty
one that I
certain-
refuse to watch. I
So
refuse to
Robert
watch.
Pattinson played a vampire and he played a bat.
Yeah, he's typecast.
And he played a wizard in Harry Potter.
He did,
Cedric Diggory.
and he died for it.
And he died.
So Todd Phillips
Spoiler alert.
said something really similar after the first Joker movie. I don't think we should do another one. And of course, Joaquin, didn't he get an Oscar for a Joker?
Who knows?
I think that was his second Oscar.
I mean,
like-
I acknowledge that it was like very important to somebody. It just wasn't. I didn't care about it.
I'm looking to see which Oscars they
All
won.
right.
But Best Actor. Oh wait, no. Yeah, he won Best
Hey,
Actor for the
big-
Joker.
Big props to Joaquin Phoenix. Like the dude starved himself to like scrawniness to play that role. He
Mhm.
did almost like a
And he did it
machinist,
again.
you know.
And he did it again.
Christian Bale done that in The Machinist.
That's what he just
Yeah, but
said.
Christian Bale was like 25 when he did it.
Freaking,
Joaquin Phoenix is like 50.
The guy that everybody gives crap to, Jared Leto. Man, have you ever seen Chapter 23, the film about Mark David Chapman and shooting John Lennon? I think it's got Lindsay Lohan in it. He gained like 80 pounds for that movie, dude. It don't even look like him. Look, hang on, let me pull it up.
I've never seen that. Chapter
Oh,
23.
dude, it's a
I'm
great
gonna be
movie.
leaving in a few minutes.
It's
As soon
a
as somebody walks
great
in the door,
movie.
just heads up.
Yeah, we're about
I think
to.
it's called
about to
Chapter.
wrap
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Here it is. It's called Chapter 20. Chapter 27. I was wrong. Chapter 27.
23 was the Jim Carrey movie.
Yeah, this is it. Here you go. Chapter 27. That's Jared Leto, dude. That's not a fat suit.
I can't see him. but
Mm,
You gotta share your
he's
screen.
not sharing yet. Hold on.
Oh, hang on.
Here
I
it
don't
comes.
have it.
Oh,
Whoa,
That's not a
that's
fat
Jared
suit.
Leto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
And 30 Seconds to Mars, dude. I love that freaking band. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Okay.
It's about
bagging on Jared Leto.
it's about him standing outside the hotel, you know, getting his autograph, and then John coming back, and then him shooting him. And Lindsay Lohan's one of the women that hang around the hotel that, you know, because she knows, you know, like a groupie, not groupie type person. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
All right. Well, that's all that we have this morning. I think. I just do. I'm so pleased with my picture of Team Trump that I'm just going to share it one more time. That's pretty cool.
I like the giant squid monster.
Yes. And this is supposed to be Elon Musk, but it doesn't quite look Elon-y.
I was going to ask if that was Elon. It should be JD
Yeah,
Vance.
that's
shouldn't
Elon.
it?
JD Vance is in one of these.
Yeah, we'll just
You
make
know.
some of those.
All right, I got people
How
pulling
come
in.
superheroes don't have goons? How come villains only ever have goons?
Give your
Let me
joke.
give my joke and then I'm out of here.
All right.
Why did the
Yeah,
car
all right.
get a flat tire?
I don't know.
Because there was a fork in the road.
Oh my lord, that's terrible.
Oh God! I don't believe this.
All right, JJ.
Oh, it's gone. He was so
Oh,
bad to get
out.
bounced.
Are you there? Did I lose you?
This is rough this morning.
It is
Yeah,
rough
I'm
this
here,
morning.
I'm here.
All right, tell your joke.
I don't know what it is. I don't have a joke.
Damn
I don't
it!
have a
Don't
joke.
you know that we do this every day? We're
do
on
get a joke.
episode
My
like
joke book's gone.
350. We've done this 350 times.
I do. Well,
I think I've got people pulling in.
somebody here is responsible.
You want me to tell you a joke? All right, here's
All right.
JJ's joke.
Here we go.
Uh,
Yeah, you tell me a joke, and then I'll.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you? I recently was looking for some singing classes and some singing lessons, and I could not find a singing partner, so I bought a
Mhm.
do-it-yourself kit. I bought a do-it-yourself kit. Duet because I couldn't find a singing partner.
You know, it sounds like a courtesy laugh, though, right?
Okay, yeah, all right,
Yeah.
all right, and just
Why
one
are
little-
snails slow?
I don't know.
They carry
Why?
their house on their back.
Oh, that's terrible. See, mine was better.
It's real bad.
This is a terrible ending to the show today. Can you just hit the thing so we can go? Thank you.
Let's go. All right. Bye, everybody. Like and subscribe for getting more of this.
Politicians and talking heads lying left and right. You can help us bring facts into the light. Don't let your daughter lose her neck.